Okay, here for more Amstrad Action. Starting issue 13 this week. It's back to being Britain's only magazine devoted to the Amstrad CPC 464, 664, 6128. They went and made their own magazine for the PCW, so there'll be no more PCW reviews at least to go through. I actually decided to look through PCW Plus for who knows what reason. Anyway, we will start with a look through the magazine since we just got here. Yes, Wild for Sound. 7 pages on making music with your CPC. October 1986. Still £1. And Doomdark's Revenge. 6,000 location master. It's 6,000 locations. CPM and basic. Make the most of your CPC. Map of Storm. Map of Jack the Nipper. And let's talk to Max Headroom. Ooh. Miami Vice. Yeah, they are. That's some muzzle flash on those guns. I'm sure that's realistic. Everything we can expect in this magazine. Booting up CPM, yeah. Do it for football, apparently. That's how it works. Fairlight, PCW version. First the street with 3D graphics and sound. Out now. The Edge will have to move to new premises to make sure that they've got room on their office walls for all the awards they have won for Fairlight. Crash, April 1986. P.S. We've moved. Yeah. Life at the old barn is certainly all action these days, with changes happening almost too fast for us to tell you about them. Observant readers will have noticed a new addition to our staff this month. Jim Nagel joins us to look after the prediction side of AA. He lives in nearby Glastonbury. He's worked on several daily and weekly newspapers both here and in Canada. Canada, huh? And has even been a teacher in his time. He's good with words too. Already observant readers will notice Bob's lightning promotion to deputy. Attempts to get him a sheriff's badge were fruitless. This is because I, though still editor of AA, am also editing a new title, PC Plus. For the full story, see Am Scene on page 14. But we've still managed to bring you an action-packed issue of AA this month. The 7-page special on music. Yep, the officers have been ringing with Arnold's dulcet tones all day long, and if you want to get in on the act, have a look at our special offers on page 78. And AA is now totally devoted to the CPC model, so everything in these pages is for your machine. Good reading. It's toot ear man tar. They gave Toot a guitar for reasons. Wanted an Amstrad buff. The future publishing team is expanding at the old barn, and we find ourselves in need of an Arnold enthusiast urgently. The person we are looking for should have pretty thorough knowledge of the Amstrad CPC range, both hardware and software, and be able to write to the AA standard too, which as we all know is pretty high. Sure, he or she must be prepared to do anything from making the tea or answering the phone to writing the master game review. We are particularly looking for someone with a technical bent, so fluency in machine code would be handy, though not vital. The job will of course be based in Somerton, which is a small country town with little in the way of nightlife or public transport. It cannot compete with the bright lights of London, but if you like fresh air and countryside, it's got a lot to offer. If you think you might fit the bill, then send us a letter giving personal details together with a CV, a typewritten sample of a games review, and a serious software review. Send it to Amstrad Buff, the editor, Amstrad Action, the Old Barn, Brunel Precinct, Somerton, Somerset. Okay. Yeah, got a letter section. We've received a flood of letters once again, including many pleas for Toot and Voice of the People. Toot fans should see our last issue. And as for VOP, if you didn't send us your views, then we can't print them. Among the many pleas for more disc-based cheat mode, Liam McMaster raises a controversial moral issue, and Ian Granger deplores the rising cost of games. Problematic is bursting out of its rafters, and technical wizard Andy hasn't been seen for days. Up there sorting out your problems. Oh, oh dear. It looks like he's too used to using the joystick of his Amstrad. Yeah. It's normally how plane flies, right? Just like a video game plane. Yeah. No cheating on the 6128. I own a 1-year-old 6128 with a few, notice the stress on the word few, items of software. I am also one of those cheat mode fanatics and like hacking at games. Well, trying to. But there is one main drawback. All the cheat modes printed in AA are for Arnold, and I find this very annoying. Well, since I am pretty rickety tape lead, so I am pleading for all those hackers out there to get cracking on some disk-based hacking programs. Andrew Fraser, Marnhill, Dorset. You'll be particularly pleased with the Sorcery Plus pokes in this month's cheat mode, which we received from readers. Let's have more. Beware Cat's Revenge. Some of your games review do not mention all of the game's features. For instance, why didn't you mention the tune at the beginning of Turbo Esprit, or the music in Elite, or the shape change feature in Spin Dizzy? I could list several more. It doesn't matter to miss out those things on lower quality games, but two of these were master games. Do you know if any of those games are to be converted to the Amstrad Iridium Houston Consultants? Ace, Cascade, Pit Stop 2, US Gold Epics, Speed King, Mastertronic. I've seen all of these on the Commodore 64, horrible word, and I think they are first class. Firstly, thanks for a great mag and for the remote control car. I won in your killer cat comp. I used it to chase my cat. Kid Murphy, Crawley, West Sussex. All the features you mentioned don't affect the essential gameplay. We leave you a few pleasant surprises without missing anything important. Conversions? No, yes, no, yes. Pussycat? Not the purpose for which the prize was provided, RSPCA and AA alerted. Okay. Yes, Uridium did get an Amstrad port eventually. Pistol 2, no. Speaking is reviewed in this issue, so we'll see that later probably. Toots getting flattened by a football. Well, this is predicting the future. We'll save a fortune on medical school fees. First cut here. No, don't cut there. Don't cut there. Hello, hello, hello. Every now and then, Miami picks up the local police radio. It's weird when your computer starts speaking to you. James Bland, Stonehaven, Aberdeen. Techhead says it's hi-fi, not an Amstrad, picks up police, but has never before heard of Arnold behaving in such an illegal manner. It's not actually illegal, as far as I know. Let his Ed cut a lot of this 6-page espadal. Keep him short. You know, I always thought a word processor was a bit different. I can't even tell what it says on those cans. Well, putting words in cans, I guess. It's problematic. We've got joysticks. Where's the start of this? When we got this month's AA, I was pleased to see you were offering a Conic Speed King joystick, so I went and got the issue in which you had reviewed it. My heart sank when I saw they just used micro switches for when I first got my computer. I got a Quick Shot 2 joystick. Pretty soon it started to break down. We got a replacement, assuming we must have had some bad luck. When I plugged it in, I discovered the same thing again. When we returned this one, I asked for another replacement. The man said he was not stocking quick-shot joysticks anymore, so I got an Amstrad JY2 joystick. This was alright for a few months until one day, playing Harrier Attack, it didn't respond. Then a few weeks later, two of the suckers ripped off. All the joysticks were Microsoft Switch joysticks, so you see why I'm very wary of the Conic Speed King. Is this joystick as durable as you say? Voice in Lawless, Dublin. I don't know what makes you think the QuickShot 2 and JY2 micro-switch joysticks, but I can assure you they aren't. They both use popper button switches, domed metal contacts mounted directly on the circuit board. These are cheap to produce, and they're much less responsive and durable than the micro-switches in the Conics or the leaf spring switches in the Waco, Bob's other fave joystick. Is the Conics as durable as you say? Well, since the review is subjected to 6 months of real hammering and it's still going strong, I'd call that durable, wouldn't you? The Music Master makes full use of the Amstrad stereo chip. It's only stereo if you add actual nice stereo speakers. She only got one speaker normally. Footballer of the Year. Future Knight and Trailblazer. It's going to be fun when we play those. Not yet though. Reveal yourselves. Why don't you give us more info on yourselves and what you get up to in those crazy Summerston offices? A certain CBM 64 mag had no problem in revealing themselves onto the public. Was Bob Raid one of them? Poor fellow, he has seen the error of his ways. Give us a page of gossip or funny things which happened around your offices in the past month. Call it the back page or Matt's eye. Do you like being called Matt, your lordship? I agree with most of your reviews, but Hypersports, I disagree. Hypersports is slow, graphically dull, and unplayable. I think the mighty BW was being a little too generous, 88%. Your layout is a little haphazard, but there is a good editorial to read. Please have more software reviewers, and where did the third opinion go? Voice of the People is a great idea, though. People who buy games always think they have got a good game. This tends to make these statements a little unfair. Richard, Da Vinci of the North. Spence, Down, Northern Ireland. So you want to know what goes on down in the old barn. Much keyboard bashing and joystick thrashing mostly, with the odd bit of craziness in between. Unimpressed. Okay, so I gather your reviewer did not like Nuclear Heist, but what a review. So it was not Who Dares Wins 2 quality, but it was one of the few Amstrad games which is fast. You see, my game features flickering sprites. They are fast, but they do not flicker. Maybe it's your eyes. You were so busy mocking my game, you swapped the pictures for Ball Blazer, and Monty on the Run. Thank you for giving me just over half marks for the sound of the game. I also did the sound for Killipede, which attracted the high performance for the Sonics, and a better review than mine. Despite all this, you produce an excellent magazine. In future, could you print the author's name in a review? Jean-Paul Eldridge, Trowbridge, Wilts. Oh boy, Jean-Paul Eldridge. He goes on to do the sound for certainly a lot of early Codemasters games, particularly those done by the Oliver twins, like Killipede. So that's not Codemasters; they don't exist yet. Here's Amscene. Gargoyle's new look. Gargoyle Games, famous for excellent arcade adventures, are moving into arcade games with the launch of a new label called Faster Than Light. The first three labels on FTL are Light Force, Shockwave Rider, and Samurai Dawn. I don't remember Samurai Dawn. The other two, though, yeah, which all feature a new technique they call lasermation. Don't know what the games look or play like yet, but I can't wait. Dick's Ditties on Disc. Bored of Impossible Mission? Then get Arnold playing Mission Impossible instead, or the theme tune at any rate. Vanguard Leisure, the people behind the Maestro amplifier featured in this month's music special, have just produced a collection of 10 digitised tunes for your CPC, and MI is one of them. Though originally intended to promote the Maestro, these pieces can also be played, rather less impressively, through Arnold's built-in speaker. They're collectively entitled Easy Listening, and include not only TV and film themes, but also works from much-noted tuners as Queen, Bach, and ABBA. You can get the tunes on 2 separate cassettes of five ditties each, with a full 10 on one disc. The cassettes cost £6.50 each, and the disc will set you back £14.95. Pagey Oracle with a CPC fax. If you wanted your Arnold to pick up teletext, CFAX or Oracle, in other words, then up until now you needed to shell out £145 for Volix's TTX teletext adapter, as reviewed in the April issue of AA. Hampshire firm Microtext have just changed all that with a new adapter, no snappy name, just the Microtext teletext adapter, priced for a meagre £69.95. There is a slight snag though. To keep the cost of the unit down, Microtext have left out the tuning circuits a teletext adapter normally needs. Instead, the adapter uses a pre-processed signal from a video recorder. This is clever stuff and very cost efficient if you've got a video, but no use to you at all if you haven't. Unless you're lucky enough to have a TV with a video out socket, that is. Got all that? Those of you who have a video or well-endowed telly can reach Microtext. Football's back. Gremlin's latest project is called Footballer of the Year. It puts you in the role of a professional footballer trying to make his way into the big time. You apparently start the game at age 17, playing for a 4th Division team with £500 in cash, 10 gold cards, whatever they are, and an awful lot of ambition. Among the game's features, say Gremlin, are transfers, career record cards, league, UEFA. I'm sure that's meant to be UEFA? UEFA. I guess that's probably what it was called then. I don't know. FA and Bilk Cup games and the Footballer of the Year award ceremony. No price available yet, but with Bob doing the reviews of football game will be hard to miss. All go for the CPC despite summer lull. Over the last month, we've been hearing some ugly rumours about falling sales of CPC games. Some software houses say they've been very disappointed with the Amstrad market over the summer and put the blame on a shortage of CPCs. Summer is always a slack time for software houses, with the longer days and better weather luring people away from their computers. But the houses concerned think there's more to it. The problem, they claim, is that there aren't enough new CPCs available, so that the market isn't growing as it should. There's even been speculation that Amstrad have actually stopped production of CPCs altogether and are phasing the range out. One major house told AA they thought Amstrad might be starving the market of CPCs prior to flooding it with Spectrums. So is the CPC games market in trouble? Mastertronics' Alan Sharon thinks not. It's all systems go on Amstrad Games, he told us. We've got 2 new CPC titles coming out next month, and loads more in the course of conversion. Hubert Wright of Firewood is similarly confident. We're very pleased with the way our budget games have done, and optimistic about the new full-price games we're bringing out. Activision also have a large number of new Amstrad titles coming out between now and Christmas, and feel confident that CPC games will continue to sell well. As for the machines themselves, being in short supply, a straw poll of chain stores across the country found that they all had 6128s in stock, and all but one were confident of getting further stocks if they were to sell out. It certainly doesn't look as if Amstrad have stopped producing CPCs. Amstrad themselves said Amstrad branded game machine, CPCs that is, continue to sell well, and we have no current plans to interrupt that success. That we must hope settles that. But those rumours did have us worried for a moment here. We'll go with Areola Soft. Until now, Areola Soft hasn't been too prominent on the Amstrad scene. But they look set to change with 2 new labels and a host of new games for the autumn. The 2 new labels are Reactor, intended for arcade or action games, and 39 Steps, intended for strategy or adventure titles. First out on 39 Steps is They Stole a Million. Further up the pipeline are 2JAD, Camelot Warriors, and Sepulchre. The first title out on the Reactor label is called The Deactivators, and we've already seen a pre-production copy of it. The game is set in a building equipped with very high security systems, which unfortunately can't cope with a good old-fashioned bomb. Even more unfortunately, a bunch of terrorists have discovered the weakness and scattered bombs everywhere, reprogrammed the robot guards to kill on sight, and pulled crucial circuit boards out of the computer. There are 5 levels to the game, each representing an area of the building, and of course they get progressively harder. Each level is split into 2 rooms, 2 of which are viewed at a time and the main screen window. Below is a panel showing the map of the level, an icon menu, and any object being carried. The task is to control a group of droids in the building to get rid of all the bombs. They have to throw them out of an exit door in one of the rooms. There are complications. The robot guards kill on contact. Circuit boards have to be placed in the computer to allow access to some bombs, and you have to throw things between rooms and between droids to get them out. Later levels get bigger and more complicated and introduce nasty surprises like rooms turned upside down and sideways. All this combined with a constant panic against the clock makes a very original and addictive game. Look for a full review next month. They Stole a Million also looks like a very original game to test your wits. Your task is to choose a suitable place to burgle, handpick your team of underworld experts, plan the blag with the help of the building blueprints, and then actually carry it out. The pre-production version we've seen shows tremendous promise, with nice use of window menus, plenty of humour, and lots of thought and planning required. Yes, you got the screenshot there. Your plan was an utter disaster and you got away with sweet FA. I wonder what FA means. Oh, I can't imagine. 2JAD, Camelot Warriors, and Sepulchre were also still being worked on when they were shown to us, but all look to have something different to offer. The most intriguing, Camelot Warriors, is being produced by Spanish authors. It puts you in a dream sequence where reality and fantasy mix in a weird combination. You have to get out of the dream by finding the objects from the real world. All the games will cost $8.95 on cassette and $14.95 on disc. The release dates aren't definite yet, but keep your eyes peeled for the reviews. 2 new Amstrad mags win raves from AA. This month Amstrad Action can bring you exclusive news of the 2 new Amstrad-based magazines. 8000 Plus caters for PCW 8256 and 8512 owners, and PC Plus supports the new Amstrad PC 1512 IBM compatible. We didn't have to go very far to find out about them, because they're being produced right here in the old barn. The first issue of 8000 Plus will be on sale at the Personal Computer World Show on September 3rd at Olympia in London, and goes into newsagents on the 11th. It includes a large guide for software buyers, which reviews over 50 packages from Brainstorm to Batman, plus tons of info to help you get the best out of CPM and LocoScript. Inside 8000 Plus, you'll find the first issue of PC Plus, a new friendly user's guide for the Amstrad PC 1512, though most of the contents will be useful to any PC-compatible owner. It will reflect the market changes that this budget-compatible will bring, with plenty of reviews and new low-cost software, and lots of hints and tips for the first-time user. PC Plus will go independent of 8000 Plus in the very near future, and both magazines, like Amstrad Action, are independent of Amstrad. The first issue of 8000 Plus with PC Plus free inside it will cost £1.25. Not bad for two hot new magazines. Mastertronic offers its first hardware. A new joystick is about to hit the market. The first bit of hardware to come from Mastertronic, who have won several AA raves for budget software. Called the Magnum, it is fully compatible with the Amstrad. It will be in shops at the end of September, priced at £12.50. The joystick is based on electronic micro switches rather than the conventional leaf spring mechanical switches, giving instant response. Mastertronic claim. It has a super light trigger and a full 6 feet of cable. Advanced ergonomic design should prevent both either left or right-handers from fatigue. No, this is a wristwatch. Okay. Martech Mania. Martech is another software house with big plans for the autumn. First up on the list is WAR, which the press release says is a very fast, smooth-scrolling, addictive shoot-'em-up with very clever underlying strategy. We'll have to wait for the review copy to find out for ourselves. It will cost $8.95 on cassette and $12.95 on disc. Uchimata is yet another martial arts game, but this time based on judo. According to Martech, it has some of the best animation sequences ever seen on a home microcomputer. It has 1 or 2 player options, and has a powerful support of Brian Jacks, a technical consultant. Price tag will be $9.95 on cassette and $13.95 on disc. Cosmic Shock Absorber is another interesting project described as a fast and furious 3D shoot 'em up, down, left, right, and any other way possible. It stars a 4th Division superhero battling to save the universe. You'll be able to join him for $8.95 on cassette and $13.95 on disc. A little further ahead, Catch 23 will feature total environment representation, and Ronald, Bedtime for Bonzo, Reagan's Star Wars program will star in SDI. 2 frightening possibilities, to say the least. Doom Plus. The disc version of Doors of Doom has arrived, and surprise, surprise, it's called Doors of Doom Plus. It has 3 delightful scenery backgrounds, including the one from the cassette. One of the 3 is picked randomly when you start each new game, so you'll quickly get to know them all. The excellent screen design facility is there also. Although the gameplay is uncomplicated, the superb graphics and compulsiveness make this a worthy addition to disc software. It costs $13.95 from Amsoft. It's time for Sugar Man. It's finally back. Well, tell me, Doc, why do I do these terrible things? Am I crazy? Dr. Kleinstein? What was this? Sugar? Yeah, I remember. Now, what you have told me, I have formed a theory, but first, let us reiterate your naughty deeds. Let me see. 985, you produced the 6128, leaving the 664 owners in the lurch. 986, you buy up Sinclair for comparative pittance, and then publicly upgrade the Spectrum and insult Uncle Clive. And now you block CSD's Thor, the QL upgrade, by claiming intellectual property rights to the QL boards. Now, my theory is that is all an expression of the pent-up frustration stemming from your inability to comprehend how to program your ZX81 in BASIC. The frustration you must get rid of. Something I developed for my Gestalt therapy classes. Channel the tension inside you and give this cushion a great big schmick. Pow! Thanks, Doc. That was just what I needed. Maybe someday I'll use those QL boards after all. He feels better now. He's punching him out the wall. Hijack. Oh, these are good faces. A new concept in games, Hijack is a skillful combination of arcade strategy and simulation. The game sets you up in charge of a Pentagon department, the Hijack Division, dedicated to stamping out terrorism by peaceful means. Hijack is played using live action and complex windowing techniques as you fight a desperate struggle against bureaucracy and to end a hijacking before all hell is let loose. Yeah, these are good faces. Angry. Features. Multiple menus incorporating sophisticated windowing techniques. Fully animated and independent supporting cast of characters to control. Access to extensive and critical information through icons, newspaper reports, personnel files, intelligence reports. Two channel state-of-the-art Spectrum soundtrack. 2 channel. Oh, it actually has the actual Spectrum 128K plus version there. So you get your 2 channels. The Vera Cruz affair. Pit your wits against a criminal genius. Vera Cruz, the first in Infogrames crime series, available for Amstrad, CBM64, MSX, and Spectrum. Oh, these are music special, wired for sound. Oh, the development of MIDI. He's a software MIDI track performer. If you wish to use the MIDI system on your CPC machine, EMR's MIDI track performer is really the only option at the moment. And it comes with a MIDI interface which lets you control synths such as the Casio CZ101. Is Maestro. The Maestro is designed to improve the sound quality of your 464, 664, 608 by taking the stereo output from Arnold and amplifying it into 2 good quality speakers or a pair of personal headphones. Simple. Excellent value. How much does it cost? £40. Good. M-Drum. Yeah, this produces sounds with its own audio hardware. I think it just uses a DAC, if I remember. I forget. It's a thing that is supported in MAME. We could probably try it out at some point, who knows. Music Master. Seems to work as intended. That's good to know. It never intended to do much. Oh, okay. Advanced Music System. Yeah. Worth the extra £10 only if you've got a dot matrix printer. Emu, Outtrunk Music Utility. Doubles as a composing system and programming utility. That's handy. These are booting up CPM with a football. Losing a day's work. Oh no. Absolute beginners. Part 6. Learning more basic. Serious software. We need you. A new mag from the old barn means big changes to serious software. We need your help. Although the PCW became the star of serious software, this does not mean that Amstrad Action becomes purely a games mag. Serious Software will still cover what business packages come out for the CPC models, but can devote some more space to other aspects of home computing, such as programming, type-ins, hints and tips, comms, graphics and music. Our 7-page special this month. We would like your help with Serious Software. After all, it's your mag. Send us your type-ins. We're looking for quality listings that show elegant use of basic or even machine code. We'll print them, and if they're worth typing in, use the form on page 64. Remember, you pay for what we print. Serious Software Top 10. Graphic Adventure Creator, 36.9% of the votes. Good. Yes. It's obviously a popular package. You got Transmat, Laser Basic, Tazword, Amix Mouse, which is, I'll still say it again, it's not software. It's a mouse. Mini Office. Easy Android. Mini Office, I'm sure there's supposed to be Mini Office 2, not Mini Office 11. The Quill. An electric stereo light pen, again, well, probably includes software. It's a light pen. 5th official Amstrad computer show. There's Uchimata. That's judo. Here you go. He's apparently doing something. You can't see the dude in the back's arms, if he indeed has any. Based on judo, Uchimata is probably the most advanced and challenging martial arts simulation to date. All the skills and spills without the bruises. Brian Jacks received his black belt first dan when he was only 15. He is now a 7th dan in elite world group, having won the British Championship 11 times, the Open Championship 5 times, the European Championship 4 times, and an Olympic medal. He is one of the most knowledgeable and foremost exponents of judo in the world. Technical consultant Brian Jacks completing a successful Uchimata, one of the many exciting throws incorporated in the game. Of course. You have a game called Uchimata and not be able to do that move. Okay, getting onto the reviews finally. Only took 40 minutes to get here. Here's the list of what games he has. Not a huge list, really, is there? That's 16 games. It's not too bad. See how far we get today. It's our top 20 Amstrad games, a chart created by AA readers. Get Dexter, and then Green Beret, Bombjack, Batman, Spin Dizzy, Elite, Bounder, The Covenant, Highway Encounter, Ghosts and Goblins, coming out of nowhere, Sorcery Plus, Commando, Yeah Kung Fu, Kane, Harvey Headbanger, Who Dares Wins 2, not Who Dares Wins 11. They didn't make 11 versions of the game. Kung Fu Master, Turbo Esprit, Spellbound, and TLL. Tornado Low Level. Voice of the People. People's, Thrust. I've waited 4 years for this game, ever since the Gravatar machine, of which Thrust is an unashamed clone, was taken away from my local arcade. A sad day, but the wait has now been worth it. Thrust has a few differences from the real thing, but the graphics, choice of keys, and smooth scrolling make it every bit as good and as addictive. At £8.95 you won't be disappointed. But at £1.99 this is master game material. Neil Robertson, Aberdeen. Storm. Another magazine and a preview of this game stated even this preview is enough to thrill. All I can say is the reviewer must be easily pleased. I found this program completely boring and definitely not up to the standard of the other current Mastertronic releases. Jerry Hughes, Cranley. Oh no, someone didn't like Storm. Ghosts and Goblins. This game has it all. Good sound, great graphics, and addictive gameplay. My only moan is that after a while it can get frustrating. But it's still a great buy. Simon Dingle. This game is very good, but it does have some flaws. No losing of armor, no weapons, features of the original arcade machine. Worst of all is its bad structuring. You can go a long way and then get killed and have to go all the way back. However, good graphics, sound, and very addictive. Simon O'Connell, Sid Cup. Elite have done it again. This game is fantastic and is taken straight from the arcade. If you don't own an Amstrad, buy one now and make sure Ghosts and Goblins is one of the first games you buy. It is totally addictive and presents a real challenge to any gamester. It has great graphics, a fantastic tune, and underneath this there's a great game. Richard Connolly, Crofton. Night Games. This game is excellent. The graphics are the best I've ever seen on the Arnold. The music is brilliant and the gameplay is utterly amazing. One niggle is that sections load separately. It's by far one of the best games made and will without a doubt win a Ravel Master Game. English Software have produced a winner. G. Morris, Swansea. They only gave it 72% though, unfortunately. Starstrike 2. I can't say I was very impressed with this one. The graphics are good, but they're very slow, which put me off. It's not really fast enough to be a shoot 'em up, and there's no strategy involved. If you want pretty graphics, buy it. If you want a good space game, get Elite. Richard Connolly, Crofton. Soccer 86. The grace and artistry of Platini and his colleagues is not needed here. It's more a question of pretending to be Wimbledon and playing kick and run. Graphics and sound are quite nice, but it's far too easy if you're a clogger. Kevin Lucy. Worthing. Wonderful. No. See, people seem to like nighttime as well. Wait, nighttime get 95%? Really? Are they confusing it with Spellbound or whatever the second one was called, which I've forgotten. It's escaped my mind. Was it nighttime? Oh, it was nighttime, wasn't it? Finders Keepers was the first one. That's what I was thinking of. Yes, nighttime. Yeah, that's right. That's one that was from last issue. I'm getting confused myself. A mission you can never complete. Galavan. Golden Coin-Op Classic. They're extremely thin screenshots. Here's our first game review. It's Mermaid Madness. Electric Dreams, $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc, joystick only. Graphically, this game is very impressive indeed and stars one of the weirdest computer characters you could ever hope to encounter, namely Myrtle the Mermaid. She's a stout, swilling, man-chasing, sea-dwelling 112-year-old mound of heaving flesh, intent on rescuing the unfortunate gormless Gordon from a watery grave. The action starts with a very overweight, naked blonde, chasing a diver off the end of a pier and diving into the water, and she sprouts a tail in the process. From there, your task as the mermaid is to find the diver again and release him before his oxygen supply runs out. Finding him involves getting past many deadly sea creatures and solving some puzzles. You can swim around the delightful underwater screens and also walk on in our crop of land in the search. In the water, the mermaid has a nicely animated swimming action, while on land she looks like a Cyril Smith breakdancing. You're quite buoyant with all that blubber, so you may find control a little awkward, particularly when trying to squeeze past creatures in tight corners. The sea creatures appear on most screens and vary from sharks to jellyfish and seahorses. They're all nicely drawn and, like the scenery, very colourful. Every time you bump into them, the level of stout in the bottle goes down. It's fatal if it empties completely. Since you have only one life, this is pretty serious. But there are replenishing bottles left lying around. Some animals will kill you instantly. You have to find these by trial and error and steer well clear of them. That's difficult with one life. You can carry one object at a time and need to use it to clear obstacles from your path or to solve problems. For instance, it's fairly obvious what to do with dynamite, but where should you use it and what do you need in a completely dark screen? The problems are fairly simple, but with one mistake proving fatal, it may take a little while to crack some. As you get closer to Gordon, the heartbeat on the screen gets faster. But for the most part, there isn't much exploration to be done, just a lot of experimentation. The graphics are certainly the best thing about the game. The gameplay is harmed by frustrating situations in which the mermaid gets stuck against a creature or dies instantly after a lot of hard work. However, despite these reservations, it looks good, sounds good, and will present an enjoyable challenge for a while. Second opinion. The controls on this one are so cumbersome and so frustrating you could be forgiven for giving up altogether. You wouldn't miss that much if you did either. The Wally games handle this kind of puzzling much better, and they look pretty tired now. Great graphics don't make up for weak gameplay. First day target score, 40%. Green screen view, you can see okay, but the graphics are a lot less appealing. A stout lass goes skinny dipping. Graphics, 92. Sonic, 66. Grab factor, 72. Staying power, 67. Overall rating, 70%. Okay, now we play the game. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Warning, there's a little bit of nudity in this game. Oh, there we go. There's a bit there. And the intro also has nudity. Music by Fred Gray. Right? And they can. Yep. We have music here. Oh no! He's making a. Ooh, that's a thing. Yeah. So let's see, everything's diddly in this game. That's an anchor. AHNK. Okay, I don't know what that did. Off we go. Oh. We've got items. Dark. Yeah, you can't see what's going on in there. It's something with light or something. Oh, just a block. Rusty lamp. Okay. Oh, just get off it. Get off the fish. There we go. Yeah, that's how that works. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. What do you do? Oh, I'm stuck. And then you explode and die. Well, 12%. Off we go again. Explore at the top some more. Oh, she's naked again. Okay. We're in Egypt. Get up, get up. Oh! Oh, jeez. Avoiding things is not easy in this game. Okay, that does refill some of your life. What are you not move up for? Come on. Yeah. Controls seem a little weird here. Okay, shark is stuck here, huh? Oh, okay, the clam kills you. Obviously, the clam just kills you. Got 13% that time. Get off the fish. Oh, that happened. This is a game. Up. Controls on this are weird. Apparently in Egypt. Alright, I'm stuck again. Wow. Try again. Can I get back up here? No. What the hell is that thing? And how do I get past it? Oh no. Oh, I'm stuck again. Oh no. Can't drop item here. That refills it. It's a rock, I guess I can't pick that up. This direction. Oh, yeah, that's right, this thing. Oh, jeez, this kills you. 14%, ain't 40%. Walked over it somehow. Past that thing, am I? Controls, please. We're back to the start here. Oh no! I die for? The dynamite didn't explode. We've got 16%. Go down there? No, guess not. Huh? Oh, jeez. Up, up. Oh, get off it. Oh, out of it. Controls are... it's just weird. Not so much left and right, but the buoyancy is weird. Up, move up. Okay, you can do it. Oh, god damn it! Weird. Alright, I can't. Oh, I can do it. Stop the bouncing. Nope. Nope. Pam is instant death. I wonder if I can use it. Plan. dynamite from here to kill the clam? Maybe? I don't know. Can't move down. Come on. Move, 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 move. 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 Nope. Yeah, clam's still there. It's still alive. Somehow survived all that. Oh, jeez. Nope. Right, that's dark. You can do it. I can't get through here, huh? We're just stuck on. Move, 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 move. Nope. You don't always have the urgency you need to move upwards. Nope. I wonder if I can kill that thing with the dynamite. I have no idea what to do at this point. Oh, there's a fish. dynamite here. Off the... Nope! Kill me. Quit button. No. Well, yeah. Up, move up, come on, up, up. Get out of here. Oh. Try again. Wait. Nope, nothing happened. I don't know. Well, anyway, we'll move on to the next game. It's been too long on Naked Mermaid. So it's here's the magazine. Okay. Next game is Impossible Mission. US Gold, Epics, $9.95 cassette, $14.95 disc, joystick keys. I'll spare you the cliches about the late arrival of this game. Suffice it to say that I'm relieved it's finally here. By now, many of you will know what the game is about, and the crucial question is whether its age has made its gameplay outdated. The mission isn't impossible, but it's certainly one of the toughest you'll come across, involving not only some great joystick action, but demanding puzzles as well. It's set in an underground complex of 32 rooms connected by lift shafts and corridors. Hidden in the 32 rooms are 36 password puzzle pieces that have to be collected and put together to form a 9-letter word. This password will enable you to prevent the destruction of the world. Heavy man. All the rooms are viewed in 2D and contain 5 basic elements: platforms which you can run on, lifts to get between platforms, computer terminals, furniture, and robots. Each room always has the same platform layout, furniture, and number of robots. But the arrangement of the rooms in relation to each other and the behaviour of each robot varies with every new game. Your character runs around the rooms and can somersault to avoid gaps in the floor, and robots, he has to find and put together the 36 puzzle pieces within 6 hours real time. However, every time he dies, he loses 10 minutes of the time available, and that can quickly eat into the time remaining. He searches the furniture while standing in front of each item for a set time. It then disappears, and a message tells you what he found there. If there is no puzzle piece there, then there may be a robot snooze, lift initialization, which resets the position of the lifts in a room, or nothing at all. The robot snooze deactivates the robots for a time and stops them killing your character with their electrical discharges or by running into them. When they're reactivated, though, they'll turn to their preset movement patterns and might ignore your character's presence, react to him on sight, sense his being in the room, shoot, or speed up. The only way to find out how each one behaves is to watch it carefully and be ready for the various different reactions. There are 2 code rooms in addition to the other 30, and in these you gain additional robot snoozes and lift resets. You are played a series of notes, 1 note more every time you succeed, which have to be played back in ascending order to gain the code. Once you've collected a number of puzzle pieces, you can operate a computer to attempt to put them together. 4 pieces will link up to make up a code and gives you one of the 9 letters in the password. The pieces fit together like a complicated jigsaw, and at first it may take a long time to form complete codes. However, as you become familiar with the shapes they form and recognize individual pieces, it becomes easier. Searching the rooms, avoiding the robots, and putting together the puzzles is very absorbing. It isn't quite as exciting as it might have been a year ago, but it still has all the essential addictive gameplay that's needed. The animation and graphics are adequate, although nothing more. And the sound is limited to a few effects, like the noise of the footsteps as you run, and the buzz of the robots shooting. It's a shame it's been a long time coming, but it's still an excellent game. Second opinion. This one ought to be dated, but it isn't. It's just good stuff. There are an awful lot of search the furniture games around at the moment, but impossible missions, tough puzzles, and timing problems put it streets ahead of them. Addictive, challenging, and fun. Third opinion. Similar action to Mission Elevator, Nexus, and Max Headroom, but Impossible Mission is everything those games should have been. The graphics are great, the action's spot on, and the puzzling element just right. Buy it now. Good news! 30 different devilish rooms. Robots and platforms present testing problems in timing and accuracy. Puzzles are tough but absorbing. Code rooms, snoozes, and somersaulting are good touches. Still a classic game despite its late conversion. Bad news. Graphics and animation aren't that great. Here's a screenshot. The puzzle problems. To start with, you may have trouble working out exactly how to fit the puzzles together. So here are a few extra tips to help you get started. The pieces appear 2 at a time in a memory window and can be moved from there to another main window. At first they just look like rectangles with odd coloured shapes on them, but when fitted together they take on more uniform shapes. The key to understanding how they work is experimentation. You needn't worry about making a mess of it, because once a piece of code is collected you can't lose it. The pieces come in 3 colours to fit together, only if the same colour. You can alter the colour of any piece or flip it upside down and back to front to try to get to match. When you want to fit them together, just try overlaying one on top of the other and the computer will tell you whether they fit or not. Sometimes 2 pieces will fit together but aren't supposed to, so that 2 others will fill the rest of the code you're missing. But you'll find that only out by trying everything possible. Green screen view. The puzzle pieces are colour-coded, but there's no real problem telling the colours apart. That's what counts. Graphics 67, Sonics 34, Grab Factor 87, Staying Power 87, overall ratings 85%. Alright, now we play the game. Hey, so I almost forgot the first day target score. 3,000. Well, here we go. Not that I've ever actually really played this game much before. We'll give it a go. I have not updated it. I haven't updated the cover, have I? On the scene. It's useful. Let me do that quickly. Here we go. Better. Okay, now we can play the game. Joystick, press J. Keyboard, press K. Joystick. Oh, don't do that. Come on. Jump that way. Yeah. Yeah. Shooting. You can just stand there and do nothing. Nothing here. Can't go up any further? Yeah. Oh, turn around and jump, you moron. Oh. You cannot do neutral jumps. We'll make a note of that too. Oh, jeez, that's close. From here. Oh, can't jump it. Yeah, but we just sit back this way. We'll just... This one can't move up, oh, can it? That one we can jump over. For reasons. Here's that piece. Searching. Thing. Okay. This will take us back over there. Yeah. Go this way. Oh, it will follow me now, huh? Switching. Nothing here. Can I jump you? Nope. Some you can jump you, some you can't. Can't move up again? Okay, yes I can. If I go down there, he's gonna hit me in the... See if I can... Terry Sarah, what's on this? Password accepted. Thing there. What order are we supposed to do these in? Doing backwards? No. I don't know. We'll come back to it. Switching. Okay. Switch to the fridge. Okay. Oh, of course I fall down. It's gonna get me if I go up down there, isn't it? Yeah. Pass through quite. I haven't got any left, huh? Okay. To come back to that then. Nope, that didn't work. That didn't work. Nope, that didn't work. Platforming. Okay. No! Okay. Can I jump you? Yes. Oh, this time that one. Off here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whew. Can't do that, huh? Whew. All the jumping. Can't go down. Up again. Pew. Yes. It's the bathtub. Let me see it. Okay. 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 And nothing much you can do to just do that. Now what? Whatever. We'll think about that some other time. Up we go. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to jump there because the platform's too low. Oh, jeez, it's fast. Whoa, jeez. He's fast. Oh, jeez. Make a jump, aren't I? Make a jump. Oh, it's too late. Okay. Wait. Nothing here. Nope. It was never going to work. Jeez, how do we make this jump? Okay, like that. too late. Let's go this way. Disable the robots here. Okay. Go across again. Yeah, just do it right next to him. Perfect. Can I jump you? No, guess not. Oh, there we go. That's not really what I wanted to do though, is it? Oh, that was way too late. I could do it again. I could... Ow. I did that before. Oh, that was stupid. Hands head down. It's a mistake. Ah, yeah, I forgot we did that. It's that candy machine. Okay. I'll just disable them all. Uh-oh. Oh no, he stopped. Alright. Done with that room. We got in here. How do I get up there? No, these lifts right at the start there. I'm thinking. Oh, jeez. No, I can't jump through there. What am I thinking? There we go. Now, how do I get past this thing without using a thing? Oh, jeez. Yeah. We'll just move on over here. Oh no, the thing. Nothing here. Oh, what did I do that for? Oh no, time ran out. Puzzle pieces down. Found 16. Passwords found 7. Puzzle solved 0. Seconds remaining 0. Total score 2300. This is a pass of the previous high score of 0. Excellent. That's an impossible mission. We'll move on to the next rather than play that again. Might probably take a while, so let's head on to the magazine again. Alright, next game is Dan Dare. Comic book game. Yeah. Dan Dare, Virgin, $9.95 cassette, $14.95 disc, joystick only. The comic book hero of the 1950s has made a couple of comebacks in recent years, but this looks like being his finest hour. It follows in the footsteps of some graphically superb games from the Gang of Five at Virgin, and has a lot to live up to in terms of gameplay as well. Dan is, as ever, battling against a Mechon to save Earth from a terrible fate, and naturally, you've got to give him a helping hand. The game takes place inside an asteroid where the Mechon has imprisoned Dan's friend Digby. The asteroid itself is on a collision course with Earth, so Dan has to release Digby, set the asteroid to self-destruct, and then escape with Digby in the Mecon's own rocket. That translates itself into a quite large exploration game where you have to find 4 building blocks to build a bridge. You have to find 4 building blocks to bridge a chasm leading to Digby and the self-destruct mechanism. The inside of the asteroid is formed of flick screens that live up to Virgin's record of superb design. They make particularly good use of shadow, detail, and plain colours to produce a very effective look. This nicely sets up the atmosphere for the game, and the more of the asteroid you discover, the more you'll like it. In most of the rooms are the Mecon's guards, various types of static robots who shoot at you, and the Treens, the Mecon's followers, who fly around some rooms shooting and also proving fatal if they touch you. You can zap robots and Treens with a trusty laser which shoot horizontally and diagonally upwards. Every time Dan is touched by a tree, falls down, falls down a hole, runs out of stamina from being shot, he loses a life and has to continue his mission from a prison cell. This is conveniently unlocked, but you can put Dan completely out of position if he died in a part of the asteroid that was difficult to reach. The asteroid's other danger is the long drops that appear on many screens, all too easily fallen into. You have to learn a technique for jumping them by hitting a diagonal on the joystick. To help you get around is an extensive system of lifts, but these are what you'll spend most of the time puzzling over. In places, they form a maze where you'll have to experiment and explore where to go and how. The 4 building blocks are automatically picked up when you walk into them, so you'll know when you found one. Dan then has to take them to the chasm, where they will extend the bridge towards Digby and the self-destruct switch. Each time a block is put in place, one or more doorways will open in the game, allowing you to explore further and find the next block. Once you've got all 4, you'll have only to get to the top of the Mekon's rocket and effect a spectacular escape. The action is very compulsive at first, an effect doubled by the excellent graphics. What really gets you hooked is the opening out of the game, with each new block to reveal new and interesting sections. It shouldn't take the hardened explorer too long to crack the game, but it's a lot of fun while trying, and has a satisfying ending to the proceedings. First day target score, 10,000. Second opinion, a bit lightweight for some people's tastes maybe, but I really like this new Gang of 5 Train 'em Up. After the complexity of Shogun, they've gone for straightforward playability with the pilot of the future. And I think it pays off. Some mean problems, tons of great graphics, and a host of trains to make good addictive fun. And the speech bubbles perfectly catch the mood of the original comic strip. Third opinion, a worthy tribute here to a hero from the past. It may be just a simple arcade game, but the colour and graphics are well in keeping with the original, and the gameplay at just the right level to keep any player coming back for more. Green screen view, everything's visible, and the trains are greener than ever. Good news! Superb graphics again from the Gang of 5. Good controls once you work out the jumping. Very compulsive gameplay. Each discovery leads you into a new and interesting area. Nice ending. I don't think we'll be seeing the ending somehow. Bad news, just a bit too easy. Not much puzzling, just exploring. For the graphics, superb graphics. They give the graphics 53%. I'm confused now. Superb graphics, so they give it 53%. Sonic's 86. Maybe they got this switched or something. Grab factor 63. Staying power 75. AA ratings 70%. Okay. So now we play the game. Use bar CPM to play. Okay. Loading. Correct Virgin. Correct PMS. Gang of 5 production. Mekon, and more Mekon. Okay, that's your high score table. And we have a game. Here, moves around fast enough. It's a jump. Okay, where do you get up there, huh? So we've got a lift here. This is a lift, apparently. Down we go. No, can we not go up? This is down. Maybe we can go down here. Okay. Oh no, we fell. Dan falls and he becomes unconscious and is captured by the trains. Oh, we're back here now. Okay, just here then. Oh, Dan falls, he becomes unconscious and is captured by the train. To do it all again. Go down again some more. I think you can shoot straight up, that would be wonderful. Oh. Nothing that way. There's nothing much we can do in there, huh? In that direction. In that direction. Up we go again. Guess we have to do this stupid platforming. Oh, you hit that and it's stupid. Yeah, have I got infinite lives? Am I cheating? You love cracks that do that. Nope, can't do that. Dan fools. Oh no, I've still got one life left, huh? Yeah. No, you can't get past it. Game over. How would you get past that? It's a keyboard to enter your name. No. Try again. So yeah, anywhere near that, and you bump your head on it. Where's this direction? So it can move. Here we go. What? I don't even know where. No! Don't fool you, moron! See down. Can't get back up. That's useful. Oh god. Yeah, he can't do a damn thing about that. Should be able to jump with that, maybe. Oh, jeez. Takes into prison. Okay. What? I couldn't tell what even got me. Hey. Try again. Why does the game have to have foreground objects? Annoying. That's cool, really. Oh! Where you come from? Very deep in there, let's go. Oh, made it fast, just. Oh no, it fell. All over again. Oh, it's up. Up. No! These stupid jumps. Hey, do it all again. It's close. Oh no! No, it didn't work either. I swear they're jumping and this is terrible. Okay. Okay, wait this way. Down. What is down here? Oh, hello. Ah! Get more things, Dan! Okay. Found one. Oh, well, that's that. Game over. 8,095. We're nearly at 10,000. Part of the Dan Dare Nostalgia Collection, licensed worldwide by Dan Dare Limited. Press fire to start. It's good mic on the face though. I'll take a screenshot of that. Alright, we'll give this one more attempt. What? Damn foreground objects. Oh, did you stand there? Nothing here. Nothing here. Okay, here we go. Keep more things, Dan. Oh, do it all again. Nice to know where they are. I mean, there's always behind foreground objects. It's stupid. Oh, again. How are you supposed to know it's there? It's just behind an object. Ah, damn it. Do it all again. It was really annoying platforming again. We'll just do that. Just fall into a pit and die. Anyway, that's Dan Deer. We'll move on. Okay. Next game is Mission Omega by Mind Games and Argus Press. $9.95 cassette, $12.95 disc, and joystick or keys. It's always nice to see something a little bit different with plenty of originality, and this game certainly fits the bill. The only problem with it is the instructions. They seem to presume this player is psychic. They leave you very much in the dark about how to get anywhere in the game. It doesn't stop it being quite a good game, but it doesn't give you a lot of unnecessary and frustrating. It does give you a lot of unnecessary and frustrating guesswork before you can enjoy it properly. You are aboard an alien ship, the Omega, and have to deactivate it by shutting down its 4 reactors. To do this, you've got to build a number of robots that can then be moved around the ship to complete the task. We're told a lot about how to build the robots and control them, but not a sausage on what you're actually supposed to do with them. Presumably we're meant to enjoy the challenge of finding out, but personally I think Mind Games ask too much of the player, who may spend many a frustrating hour fighting to achieve the unknown. You have to shut down the 4 reactors and escape within 1 hour, so you can't afford to waste any of it. The first thing is to build your robots. There are 4 types of base: hover, sphere, legs, and tracks. Which one you choose will affect speed, carrying capability, and resistance to damage. Having picked a base, you'll need to put a weapon sensor and power pack on it. There are 4 types of weapon, from a laser to a missile, 3 sensors, visual, audio, and infrared, and 3 types of power pack. Each of these will affect the others in some way. Experience will teach you the best robots to build. The weapons and sensors consume power, as does moving. And of course all 3 systems have to be added together to see if the robot can take the weight. If that weren't enough, you have to be careful with your resources, since only a limited amount of material is available. You take your newly built robot into the ship and start your search and will build some more. Throughout the game you'll probably need a mixture of the two to keep things moving. You can have up to 8 robots at a time, although it's actually impractical to control that many. Once inside the ship, there is a large area to search in trying to find the reactors. The robots are viewed from above in a screen window as they move through the corridors, be except for the odd machine or barrier. You can set the robots to search an area automatically while you're off doing something else. You can program them to search your own defined route, or you can control them manually all the way. Thus, more than one robot can be usefully busy at the same time. There are various obstacles around the ship, including electrified barriers, which you can switch on and off by shooting the right switch. Teleporters that move you to another part of the ship, and aliens who can be shot, but you but who can also shoot you. Robots can also be destroyed by getting a flat battery, but if left unmoved for a while, they will build up the energy again. It's certainly interesting playing around with the different robots, and there's plenty for the mappers to cope with. The gameplay becomes repetitive with all the continual searching and little else. But the main problem will be working out exactly what you're supposed to be doing. There's plenty to do still, and this should present most intrepid explorers with a tough challenge. First day target score. Deactivate a reactor. Second opinion. A potentially great game built for a halfpenny worth of tar. Clearer instructions and a more interesting game task, and they would have had a rave on their hands. As it is, you just end up aimlessly exploring an enormous network of corridors. Big, but pointless. Green screen view. The colours are fully adjustable from any point in the game, so visibility is no problem at all. Good news! A large game area to explore. Very nice in-game tune. Multiple robot controllers. Good. No shortage of things to work out. Bad news. Instructions give you too much guesswork. Continual searching gets repetitive. This is going to be a fun time then, isn't it? Graphics, 91. Sonics, 57. Grab factor, 84. Staying power, 75. Overrating, 80%. I think they may have switched the ratings for these two games. Dan D is supposed to get the 80%, since it has the Rave sticker on it. And Mission Omega should have the 70%. 53%. That makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Okay. Well, let's start the game anyway. Who is this? Mind Games. Okay. Okay. Oh, so what are these? It's got a weird corrupt directory listing, but run disk if I remember works. Here we go. This music sounds familiar. Slightly different, but this is the BMX simulator music. But apparently, from what I have read, the music is by David Whittaker, who also did the music for BMX Simulator. So he clearly reused a bit in this for BMX Simulator, I should say. But this is pretty similar. Oh. Okay. 44 minutes to launch window. Okay, got to build a robot. Base. Use leads. Look at that robot. Okay, weapon. Make a large large laser sensor. Visual. Make it easy. Power. Battery one. Start easy. Okay. Name this robot. We're gonna name this robot. Name it Bongo. Why not? There he is. That boy Bongo. Now what do we do? Control. There's our map. So, manual. Okay. Well, this is controlling it. Switch. How do we activate the switch? It's really low already. So how do we get out of manual control? Bongo's batteries are dead. Motor unit inactive. Okay. We have a map. That's our map so far. Well, Bongo is recharging his batteries. We'll build something else, shall we? Power. Battery 2. Name this robot. What do we name the robot? Right, it's in the phone. Next to you guy, here he is. Auto. Slow. Right, off we go. Shooting uses up in these batteries are running low already. Well, these batteries are now critical. Those batteries are running low. Otis! I wonder if that's a lift. say probably is. Oh, okay. Down and fire seems to be out of manual control. What we've mapped so far. Inactive. Well. Well. Hover. Hard movie. Run out of materials soon, aren't we? What am I missing here? Preload 0. Lazy. Battery. Here we go. Battery 2. Just. What are we going to name this robot? Let's call it Dan, shall we? Call it Dan. Come on, auto. Search now on manual. Really? I don't know how to use stuff here. Cover some energy. Let's go. How do you use switches? Oh, shoot it. Okay. Way, so. Console of some sort. commence the launch window. Oh, back here. South. Ooh, we're changing music. What do we do to get past that? Right at it, switch here. Active. Keep searching. Searching. Okay. Dead! Dan has been destroyed. Oh no! Batteries are now critical. Right, you found a left. Got me. Yeah. Done well. Can't we? There we go, that's more bongo coloured. Bright and blue. Yeah, it's a little hard to see though. Here we go. Batteries are now critical. Yeah, I don't have much to do. Weak battery. The battery doesn't recharge quickly. Hey, we killed some. Went up to down. Oh, man. Very exciting gameplay. Oh, there's a circle. Hey, look. Not much has changed, really, has it? Continue that. There it is. Here we go. I missed the switch. Here we go. Okay. Oh, gee, one shot. Good job. Oh. Oh. Guess whatever switch I set here was that. Oh, that was fun. Oh. Let's go to various places. Oh, I'm stuck now, am I? 18 minutes to launch window. Okay, that's where I am now, huh? Not finding a single reactor here. Disappointing. This is the wall. This is a circle, right? Oh, thing. What is this? What does it do? Can't shoot it. See it permanently, so I guess it's the thing. don't know why I'm still playing this. Oh. I've been playing this way too long. Switch. Ah, critical! Yeah, we should go around that. Long, boring. She's after 11 o'clock now. That is nothing. Oh. Got it? Game's boring. Get the robots to meet up or something. Up. They're meeting. Now, can they destroy each other, I wonder? Oh yeah, they can. Shoot. Did all the damage.